Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a couple of techniques today of how I knit the 4 triangle tee. And you could see I'm starting my little triangle here that's in 2 colors, 2 rows per color. And right now I'm about to start my second color, which is my darker one, and I'm carrying it up over the previously worked color, and I'm going to start a row. So in my pattern, I'm going to knit the first stitch and I'm going to increase in the second stitch. And now the instructions tell you to knit to the marker. And what I wanted to show you today was exactly where I put the marker, because it's always better to lose your marker and understand your work. So what I'm doing is I'm knitting to the center of my work, but it's really not quite the center, because my center 2 stitches, it's always off by 1 because there's 2 of them. And you're going to see there's a pair of stitches here which I increased in the previous row, and they're joined at the hip. They move together. Their other stitches move separately, but you can always feel these 2. They travel together. And one is a little half stitch. And it's almost easier to check it on the reverse side. So I'm going to flip it over, and you're going to see that it's got a little purl bump on it on this side. All the other stitches are V's because you see the knit side. This one has that little purl bump right there. So that's the stitch where I'm going to increase. And once you learn how to lose your marker, the whole pattern becomes really, really easy. So that's actually my center stitch of increase. The other stitch I just continue knitting, and I'm going to just show you one more row on the reverse. I'm going to knit to the end really quickly, and then bear with me while I turn, and now I'm on the wrong side. And the wrong side is exactly the same pattern. So I knit the first stitch, I increase in the second stitch, and then I knit to that center increase pair. It's the KFB from the previous row, the knit front back. And once again, I almost can feel them because they're different than all the other stitches in the row. And if you hold your needles like this, you could see the teepee and the shape form. And once again, that little half stitch is the one where I increase, not the second one, but the first. And if I turn it over, I'm going to show you again. It's pretty evident that there's that little bar. It's that little purl bump, so it looks different than all the other stitches. So going back to it, I'm going to increase. And I'm just saying that this is a good thing to do once you've established your work and you're sick of removing the marker and placing it after the knit front back. Once you get going on the pattern, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because it's very, very important to read your work. One of the things that happens when you don't read your work is you put the marker back in the wrong place, or you forget and you slip it instead of remove it and place it. Excuse me. And that really creates a situation where your center increase is misaligned, and that's the last thing you need in this pattern, because the key is the structure. You can make mistakes by alternating the colors on, every other row or every 4 rows or every 3 rows. It doesn't affect the structure. But doing the increase in the center in the wrong stitch is going to really skew your triangle, and you'll never be happy. So make sure you line up your increases doing what I just showed you. Thank you so much.